Hello, Anne and class. This is project 4 for Fashion 320. It is an investigation and a study of textiles. I have 3 here, and I have a lot of material to go through and things to show you, so I hope this doesn't get too fiddly. So anyway, first up, I chose a single knit sweater knit. My knitting skills aren't that fantastic, but this is my swatch. This is a pearl knit, so it is on the same on the front as on the back. I used 100% wool yarn, and I did this on large needles so the loops would be apparent. Don't look too close, there's a couple of drop stitches. I'm not a great knitter. The things about this knit is it has a great stretch. It can stretch in 2 ways, either on the warp or the weft, the filling. This is a sweater knit. This is an example of sweater knit, so it's generally a large gauge knit with large inner looping loops. It is a weft knit, and it's best used with spun yarns. It generally is a heavier weight and can have a smooth or napped pile, giving it a textured appearance. The problem with this type of knit is that it can snag, run, or ravel, but it is great for shaped garments and is a great choice because you can use it in a variety of designs. It's generally knitted on circular or flat knitting machines. So as far as what kind of products it's good for, or what I would use it for, obviously are sweaters. It is beautiful in shaped garments. It has a good drape and hand, and it can have different stitch patterns that can be quite intricate. It is great for heat retention, warming, and insulatability. It will be warm and it can be soft depending on the wools that you use. It has good elongation, comfortable stretch, good resiliency. It does not wrinkle, so you can pack it. It's great to travel with. And the swatch I used, like I said, I used wool and I used large knitting needles to show the interlocking loops there. That was my first textile sample. Okay, got a disclaimer for the second one because I was well into it till I realized that I picked the same sample that you gave as an example in the project description. So I apologize, but it was too difficult and I could not choose another one. Hopefully, I'm not just going to regurgitate exactly what you said. I don't think I did. But my choice was, by the way, that knit was sample number 123 in our swatch kit. And for my second one, I did sample 74, the chambray Oxford cloth. Oops. And it's 100% cotton or rayon sometimes. It is a half basket weave, a 2x1 basket weave, meaning that it's got 2 yarns going in as one yarn in the weft direction, and one, generally a larger and sometimes white, larger yarn going in the filling direction. So you have 2 to 1. Generally, if they do 2 different colors, it doesn't show so much in this, but it gives an iridescence effect, and it makes color kind of pastel colors. The product that I would use this for, and is often used for, is the classic chambray shirt. And I found another chambray in a different color. I wanted to show you an option. Usually they kind of lighten up with that cross, that filling white yarn lightens them up into a pastel. They are good for warm weather. They're breathable. They have low compressibility. They do wrinkle, so you can't wad them up and put them into the suitcase for travel too well. Should take an iron. They have high coverage though. They are a breathable fabric that covers you up, but so you still stay cool. And they're definitely for warmer weathers. They have high abrasion resistance. They last a long time, these garments, and can be washed often. They are medium weight textile with a moderate drape and hand. They come off a little bit stiffer, and so they have kind of a natural structure to this textile. Now, how I made my sample. Oop, I'm going to show you. I'm showing the other side too. It's kind of cool. These are strips of quilling paper. That quilling is a art where you curl paper and make designs out of the curled paper. But I used it to weave the 8 by 8 inch example of chambray. I've got my white color going in the filling direction and my darker color going in the weft direction, and it's kind of a rusty color. I was hoping that it was kind of come off kind of pink, but in this larger kind of zoomed in weave you don't see that very clearly. But anyway, cool back too, copper and the turquoise. Okay, that was my second one. For my last one, which is the one I first thought of, this is from sample 171, which I had thought I saw it on its own in the sample book, but I didn't. I realized I actually saw it inside of another sample. This is the quilted, traditional quilted. It's got the 3 layers. It's got that top layer. It's got the bottom, looks like an interfacing, and then it's got the inside layer, which is what my example is. It is a fiber web filling mesh, and in this case it's a batting for a quilted piece, like in a quilted blanket. Here's my sample. Got to get it up on a contrasting paper so you can actually see it. It's quite thick. Very soft, and it's generally made of polyester, something synthetic, or recycled materials. It is a very cheap textile, and it is a group of tangled fibers that are somehow bonded together. Generally, I'll tell you how I did mine when I get to how I made mine. And it is the way I chose to show you how it would be used. Well, there's the obvious in a quilted blanket as the filling, the batting. Also, fiber fill for the puffy jacket and sleeping bags, also fiber fill for that. So it is a lightweight, stiff textile in this case for batting. It tends to have a very low allergenic potential. It is hypoallergenic, as opposed to using like down or wool. Much of it is treated to make it inflammable so it won't ignite quickly, because generally it is used for bedding or on a bed somewhere. It has high density with high loftiness, adding warmth without weight. So let me show you that again. High loftiness. It has very good heat retention. What I made this batting fiber web out of was I like to look around and see what I have most available. And right now, let me show you my backyard. Picture of my backyard is I have a lot of dandelions right now. So this is dandelion fluff with the seeds. So I guess it's a cast fiber, bast fiber, and pussy willow fur. That's what I need. That's what is in here. So we have, you'll see the seeds are in there too. Why not? And I had a lot of fun making that one, picking the dandelions. And I've always had a stash of pussy willows. I don't know why. But anyway, I hope I covered everything. I think I did. I had a lot of fun with this. I look forward to seeing other people's textiles. And thanks for watching. Bye.